everybody, it's Jennifer Burgess from Jennifer Burgess Fitness, and my video today is going to be pretty different from my usual videos. I actually wanted to talk today about postpartum depression because I myself am still kind of battling that issue. And I know that if I hadn't had a friend that had shared with me how she felt, I might not have ever really realized that I had it, and I wouldn't have gotten the help that I needed, and you know, who knows. So I kind of just wanted to share my own personal experience. Everyone's different and their experiences vary, but this is just sort of how I felt and the things that I went through, and if I can reach one person and help them the way my friend helped me, then it'll be worth it. So I had twin boys in May of last year, so they're actually almost a year old. It took me that long to feel comfortable making this video, but they were 2 months early, so they were in the NICU, and actually while they were in the NICU, my husband and I we just held it together and did what we needed to do and showed up at the hospital, and we were positive, and I'm naturally a very positive person, and so you know, I just wanted to keep everything, the energy feeling good, because they can sense that kind of stuff, and I didn't want to feel down and depressed all the time. And it really wasn't until they actually got home that I started to experience the really deep lows. And I've experienced being sad or going through a period of time where you're just kind of, you know, in a funk for a while, but this was different. It was to the point where I was crying every day, which is not like me, and I was getting to the point, I never thought about killing myself, but I thought that the world would maybe be better without me. You know, I was daydreaming about being hit by a car and, you know, life just being over. And I don't know why, but I always thought that postpartum depression, you had to like hate your baby or you had to want to hurt your baby. Maybe that's just something that miscommunication with me, but that's what I thought. And so I loved the boys, so I thought, well, it can't be postpartum depression because I don't want to hurt them. I love them, I just don't like me, you know. I mean, I just don't like my life, I don't like me. So I finally contacted my friend who had shared with me that she had had postpartum depression after having her daughter, and I said, you know, just let me know kind of what you were feeling, because I'm just sort of, something's just not right with me and I just want to rule this out. And when she emailed me back, it was almost exactly how I had been feeling. I mean, it was just one of those things where I'm a really logical person, and logically I knew that everything was going to be okay. Logically I knew that this is how it's supposed to be. You know, you're going to be tired, you're going to be feeding all the time and changing diapers all the time. But something about it just went beyond that to a side of me that couldn't think myself positive. And that's something that I pride myself in, is that I actually am able to think my situation into a positive situation and turn things around, and I just could not do that. I couldn't look at the logic and comfort myself with that, and no matter how supportive my husband was, it just didn't matter. I was eating like just total crap. I wasn't able really to work out yet, and then when I was able to work out, it was so disappointing because if you know me at all, I'm a fitness professional, and I worked out through my whole pregnancy, and while I was pregnant I kind of had an excuse as to why I wasn't able to push as hard or I wasn't able to lift as heavy, and that's true, like you shouldn't. But then it was weird, you know, after when I started working out again, it made me feel better to be able to work out again, but it kind of made me feel worse about myself because I was so far behind from what I used to be. Like, I just didn't have the strength I used to have, and I didn't have the cardio stamina that I used to have. And TMI alert, if you're watching, you can mute this for a couple seconds, but you know, if you've had a baby vaginally, it's not so easy to be doing jumping jacks and things like that. I mean, like, it's, you know, get a little tinkle and things like that, and I was just like, what? Like, I just wasn't prepared for any of that. So, sorry, that was way too much, but, you know, maybe you're experiencing that too. And it was just like one thing after another was just so depressing. So after I talked to my friend, she convinced me that I did need to go to the doctor and talk to him, and he explained to me that because postpartum depression is hormonal, you can't think logically about it and make yourself just automatically feel better. It's a chemical imbalance. Like, it's just something within your body that's just not communicating right. And then with me, I had twins, so it was like hormonal overload. So I wouldn't even relate it to PMS or anything like that. It's definitely depression. It's just something that you cannot pull yourself out of. And so he prescribed medication for me. I am on Zoloft, but the generic brand that's only a few dollars on my insurance. And I actually felt better within a couple of days. He said it might take about a week or two, but I really felt like things were starting to get more normal. Now, let me clarify. A lot of people are like, oh, well, you're such a positive person, and I don't want them to think that the medicine makes me happy, because it does not make you happy. The things that make you sad still make you sad if you're on the right medicine, and I found the right medicine for me. It just balanced me out. It just made things livable, you know, whereas I could look at happy things and be happy again, and I could look at sad things and still be sad, but I didn't look at everything like life was over and should be over. So anyway, I could ramble on about this forever. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a counselor. I mean, I'm happy to connect with you if you'd like to talk more about it, or if you have your own story to share. But I really just kind of wanted to share this for anybody who might be experiencing it and might not realize that they have postpartum, or they have postpartum and they want to see that you can come out of it. And I feel like I'm doing pretty well. You know, I work full-time and have a part-time fitness career and have 2 dogs and 2 kids and a husband, and you know, I'm just making it work and feeling more like me. So I hope that this helps somebody, and I guess if you like it, click like, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, subscribe. Thanks.